I even drank wine with the chief of my village. Like, come on now, that's some boss stuff right there, okay?
Yeah, but dope in the bush. Dope in the bush. I know how to bitch good looking. Bitch good looking. Bitch good looking. Dope in the bush. I know how to cook. Yeah. I did the digital dash.
What's up, you guys? It's your girl Ahkira Essien. If you've been here before, thank you for coming back and messing with your girl, being part of the gang. And if you haven't been here before, welcome to the Butterfly Gang, okay? Where we're here to grow, elevate, and spread our wings. Today I'm going to be doing a quick little story time. I already did my hair and makeup. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get right into this story, y'all, because your girl went to Africa, okay? Yes, I went to the motherland. It was so much fun, and I just want to get straight into it, okay? Period. A little backstory about me. My name is Ahkira Essien. I am half Nigerian. My father is from Nigeria. He's from Calabar, to be exact. He's been there since I was about 4 or 5 years old. He was deported when I was younger. And, you know, our only communication has been via phone, email, and Facebook. So from the ages of 4 to 5 to 18, I have never seen my father again, okay? So in 2014, when I was 18, I don't know how the urgency of it came, but I got my passport and all that stuff, and he got me a ticket to come out there. I was supposed to stay for a month. And I was super nervous, but I was super excited, you know, because like I haven't seen him in all this time. But I've been talking to him, you know, we have a pretty okay relationship. But for the most part, he was still a stranger to me. You know, it's not like having your father in the house who grew up with you. And then like I wasn't around like the other half or that side of my family as much as I was around my mom and her side of the family. So it was just different, but I was excited. So it's the day for me to go. I pack up everything or whatever. I don't even know what to pack. I just pack up a big old suitcase. My mama and them drop me off, hugs and kisses, all that stuff. So I get there. I ended up flying with United, which ended up being a one-way flight at the time. I don't know. I don't think United still have one-way flights. So it was a 12-hour flight from Houston to Lagos, Nigeria. Okay, so the flight was actually really nice. It was comfortable. The plane was spacious. The food, you know, was decent. And I had a pretty comfortable flight. And it was crazy because it's like you literally could see the time zone change, if that makes sense. Like it was light out my window and then it was dark. But like within a blink of an eye, it's crazy. And then just like being on top of Africa, you know, coming in as we're getting closer to land, just seeing the trees and like I'm in Africa. Like, yo, I'm in Africa. Your girl from Houston, Texas, little old me is in Africa, okay? This was a lot to take in and I started getting nervous. We landed. When I got there, Lagos was crazy. I did have to get a visa. Well, I had my American passport, you know, but did I get a visa? I want to say I did, but I don't think I did. I can't remember. No, yes, I did. I think I did have to get one. So I got to the Lagos airport. They scanned all my paperwork and passport and all that, checked everything out. It was time for us to get our bag. Okay, as soon as I walk up to the bag claim thing, somebody's luggage was like bust open or something. So I thought I put all my stuff in my like actual bag that I was carrying, but in the midst of trying to help this person collect their items, I didn't notice yet, but after that situation, I started meeting up with my father's wife, my stepmom. I noticed that I did not have my passport anymore. So we looked everywhere. It was not there, y'all. This is as soon as I get there. So as soon as I get to Lagos in this crazy airport, I lose my airport or get it stolen. I really don't know, okay? I don't have it. That's all I know. Which was, I'm like, oh my God, how am I gonna get back to the United States? Like, they're like, you know, don't worry, you just got here. At first it was a little frantic, but it was like, what can we do? You just got here. America don't play that. They're definitely gonna make sure you get back home. Whoop-de-whoop-whoop. So I'm like, okay, it is what it is. So like I said, my father's wife ended up meeting me at the airport or whatever. And I had met her before, so it wasn't like I was meeting a complete stranger. Like, so we hugged and I said hello. And we went to the car, whoever was driving us. And I just remember walking out the airport and just taking everything in, like just so many people and kind of chaotic, like busy, giving me New York vibes but on 10 because it's a different language, and like just like wow, like a wow moment. So I remember driving to our apartment in Lagos, like the whole ride home, it was so much traffic. Everybody was trying to sell us stuff, water, CDs, DVDs, snacks, towels. I mean, if you looked at them for too long, honey, they was coming to sell to you. Them was some real businessmen. That's why I know they say like African people, Nigerian people, they hustle. Because baby, these were little kids, middle-aged kids, adults. Everybody was out there hustling. Like, it was crazy and inspiring. And it was, like I said, it was very chaotic. I was like, I would never drive out here. I would never drive out there. Like, oh my God, there's no regulations to the streets, so it's no street lights, and if it was, who would follow them? And you got people honking for no reason. Oh my God, people sit on their horn like crazy out there. I don't know what that is about, but they honk their horn like, you know, they can't go and you can't go. So why are you honking the horn? It's just so much noise and so much stuff going on, so much to take in. So we get to the apartment. My dad's not here yet. He's in Calabar, which is like an hour away. So we get to the apartment in Lagos and I meet like our house girl, you know. And her name was Emma Bong, and she was so sweet. I had already met another one of the girls who lived there at the apartment named Inem, and she is who helped my stepmother take care of my little brother and like things around the house. But mainly I feel like her job was to watch my brother Prince and, you know, just be helpful to her. And then Emma Bong she cooked and she ran the store that was like down across the street or whatever. And even that experience was something, because like the apartment itself when you got in was nice, but the outside is like, it don't look like luxury apartments or nothing like that. Dirt roads, you know, you may see all types of cars though. Benz, Toyotas, Camrys, Hondas, Bentleys. I mean, you just never know depending on where you are exactly. So that threw me off too, because just like, you know, the perception that they give of Africa, like, baby, they got everything we got. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that was pretty dope. And just being there in the apartment, and just, it was just a transition of me being there, and like I literally felt like a princess in Africa. Like I said, we had like maids, if you want to say them, or help. And I really didn't have to do nothing. I had to get used to that too, because they were like my age. So it was like awkward telling them what to do a little bit. Man, it's crazy. Like, and from the apartment, we stayed there a couple days, you know. I took a bath there. We slept with the windows open. There's no central AC, if I can remember. I believe we just had the fan on, had the windows open. But it was cool. It was nice. It was comfortable. Bed was really big. I don't believe the water pressure was hard enough to actually take a shower, but we did have a tub and a shower system, but we did use buckets to bathe. And when I was there, I just felt so natural and free. Like, I didn't feel no outside pressures. I didn't feel the pressure to put on makeup and things of that nature. I just felt really good there and like really loved and accepted. People was looking at me, of course, because I mean, I guess I don't look African. So to them, they're like, okay, who is this? You know, and do she have some money, honey? They all want some money. So yeah, what happened after that? So we stayed at the apartment for a couple days. Finally, it was time for us to go meet my father. So I've been in Africa now a couple days, getting like, you know, comfortable and things. And I was so nervous. We went to the airport, y'all. And because we were flying locally, that means we flew one of those local little planes. And it's like a little plane, okay? Not no big plane we used to feeling comfortable. Like this plane, you can feel everything, okay? I was so scared. It was an hour flight. Child, thank God I made it, okay? When we got to Calabar, oh man, I feel like that's when the waterworks started. Like first, it was just walking into the airport and seeing my daddy walk up to me, and it was just like, I just instantly cried. Like I just couldn't believe it. Like, you know, I've been talking to him all these years, but to actually see him and feel him and like hear his voice that close to me was just crazy. Like I always wanted that, especially like when I was younger, you know. And then just to be here, it was just so much to take in. I couldn't believe it. He was just laughing and I cried so much, child. We got to the hotel. I started crying again because his hotel is, well, one of them anyway, is named after me. So of course I've seen it on Facebook and things like that, but to see it in person is just like something else, you know. And I just cried and I just felt so loved. And it was just such a vibe. Like it was such a celebration of me coming. Like people knew me who I didn't even know them. Everybody there knew me or knew I was coming, you know. So it was a party. It was a vibe. We stayed, when I first got there, I told you we stayed at the apartment. And then after that, my father lived in Calabar. And at the time, he was not staying in the house in Calabar. He was staying at Nest Hotel, which is the hotel he inherited from his father. Which was super dope, because I mean, who don't want to live in a hotel? You know what I'm saying? You get the same treatment of guest service, room service, all that stuff, which I was basically getting anyway in the apartment in Lagos. But yes, like kind of on a different level. So there, I had people cooking for me, making my bed, bringing me hot water to bathe with. They was really spoiling the heck out of me. They was bringing me so much food. They would literally bring me food my father ate, and I'm like, look, I'm full. Y'all don't have to keep feeding me, okay? When they say when you get to Africa they gonna feed you, they are, okay? They was trying to feed me. But I think it was just out of love, and like, you know, that's how some people share their appreciation or share their love, you know, is sharing their food. So, and sharing alcohol, okay? Because baby, my alcohol tolerance went up being out there, because my daddy drinks. He drinks and he smokes cigarettes, okay? So of course, and he have like this little bar place right next to the hotel, so we would go there early in the morning, you know, start our day, drink. People was coming there. We had a party there. I went to the clubs out there. My dad went out with me like once or twice, but my uncles, who I really went out and party with, and that was just so much fun. That's when I fell in love with like African clubs and Afro beat for real, because just to see everybody just genuinely having fun. It ain't people standing around looking crazy or nothing like that. Like everybody popping, locking, and dropping. When I say everybody, I mean everybody. So it was just so much fun. And again, like the love that they just give to you, like, you know, drink, eat, like feel, like be comfortable. I love that. I love that about, I don't want to just say Africans, but that's who I felt it from the most, especially Nigerians. When I go around them, they know, they find out that I'm Nigerian. They like, oh, my sister, like, you know, get comfortable. Don't play with her. Take care of her, period. I love that energy. So that was so much fun. And like just the networking, it opened my mind to so much, like business wise, to the things that I could tap into there. If I'm just not scared to go and really do what I need to do and make the connections. I went to like this little zoo there. We went to drink wine with the chief of my village, Akwibo, and it was just wild. Like we rode the little dirt bikes around the village. We had masquerade dancers come to the village. They danced all night for hours, all day. We opened the gates. The children, you know, who lived in the village came in and danced, and it was just so much fun, yo. They came and brought me like this handmade clay plate and a wooden bowl. I still do have the bowl. The clay plate I actually gave to somebody. It was just such an experience. My grandfather was actually buried inside of the house there, so I was able to go into the room, and just the idea of that, because you know that's different. That's not like something everyday people in America do, like, you know. But just to show that level of love and respect for the person who built that house, whose house it belonged to originally, is just honorable, and it's just beautiful. Just the culture itself. I ate so much good food, fresh food, you know what I'm saying? Like, my father actually went somewhere, freshly killed the goat, cleaned it, brought it back, cooked it, like, so freaking good. And just, I can't even explain. And I love the way, like, the cooking process of African food, because it's like more herbs and stuff than just straight seasonings and salts. How we do it, like, it's really like grinding up onions and peppers and marinating the meat in it. Like, it's a process, and I just appreciate it all. And it was just such a beautiful experience for me. I went to Tanapa, which is like the little water park in Calabar. It was super beautiful, super nice. I'm definitely gonna try to insert some pictures, and it really inspired me to like embrace my culture, learn more about my culture, even submit to becoming I joined to be in this pageant. Miss Africa is held in Calabar. I actually got past the little submission process twice, but I was on the rocks of actually going out there, because like I had a life, and I'm like, I don't have money to pay for my life in America and just get up and leave. So I was just nervous. I didn't know what to do. But I say all that just to show just like how much my appreciation for being African grew. And while I was out there, my father took me to get my Nigerian passport. So then that allowed me to have dual citizenship, which is also super dope, you know. I feel like me and him got a little closer. We got to talk more. I kind of understood him a little bit more. And I opened a bank account out there, like a Zenith bank account. Like, I just did so much. What else did I do out there? We actually went to like this little beach area, Victoria Island, I want to say. And then they had this little slave museum type thing that we went to. And it just showed like some artifacts and things of that nature. But just seeing Africa for my own self through my own eyes, and having my father and my family members to like help and guide me while I was there was just awesome. And I really think that people should go more often, definitely with someone. And then now with this, you know, all the things happening with C-19, I don't know when I'm going back, but it's 2021 now, and I haven't been there since 2014, so it's definitely long overdue. I definitely been wanting to go back, but like I said, life be getting in the way, money, because it's not cheap. I think when I went, my round trip was over $1,000, I want to say. But that's why I stayed for so long too. I stayed for like a good month, and trust me, that month was good enough, because towards the end of that month I was like, I want American food. Like, I just want to go home. And I think, you know, you get homesick and just used going back to what you're comfortable doing. And I was younger too, so I feel like now that I've worked in more African clubs, I have more Nigerian friends, and I'm just older, that my experience would just get better, you know, every time I go back. And I definitely want to make it a habit to go back more and connect with my siblings too, because I have two younger siblings who live there. And I you know, I would love to connect with them and grow my relationship with my father as well, because we're all only getting older. So, you know, we got to make the best of the time that we have with each other. And yeah, what else was exciting about that trip? Oh, I got my hair braided out there. So y'all, we rode like in the market area, and we just found some people like, do y'all braid? Oh, okay, how much? Blah blah blah. Get the hair. They actually rode with us to go back to the hotel that we were staying at, and they braided my hair out there. Y'all, I had some long pretty braids straight from some real Africans in Africa. Like, you couldn't tell me nothing, okay? And what else did I did out there? Oh, when we went shopping in the market, that was scary and that was crazy because it's very, very hectic, and like, I don't understand the language, and it's so many different languages. It's like, how could I can barely understand pidgin English, you know? So I kind of got separated, and this lady was talking to me, and she like scared me, and I just froze, and somebody like was like, she trying to tell you it's a bus behind you, and I'm like, oh snap, okay, thank you. But y'all, I was scared for my life, okay? I thought she was trying to put a spell on me, like, just, that was funny. And I bought so much stuff while I was there. I brought like a lot of like clothes. I bought some stuff for my sister, a big Naira towel, which is the money. And I really enjoyed myself. I feel like I took advantage of all the things that I was supposed to do while I was there. Like I said, I even drank wine with the chief of my village. Like, come on now, that's some boss stuff right there, okay? I went with my father while he handled some of his business, like with the hotels and whatnot, and I asked him a lot of questions. We talked about my childhood, when he was there, you know. And yeah, my trip to Nigeria was amazing. Like, I really don't have no complaints, nothing. Like I said, I was with my family and stuff. Oh, I remember one time walking around with Inem, which was, you know, one of the girls who lived with us and helped take care of my brother. We walked around or whatever because I got bored, and she was telling me like the other people around, you know, the neighborhood or whatever was talking about me because I had on some shorts, y'all, and they weren't even no booty shorts, but they wore some shorts because it was hot. And I mean, that's just not a norm, I guess. My stepmom says she wears shorts and stuff, so don't worry about it. But you know, that's an American thing, I would say. Or maybe like, I don't want to say religion, but I think just culturally, like, to have my legs exposed like that was just like, really? Promiscuous. So that was funny to know. And I was like, they talking about me? Oh my God. And I remember going to use the computer at this like local place, and the internet was so freaking slow. I was just like, I can't even deal with this. I can't even imagine having to deal with this. Like, I don't know nothing faster for real, unless I'm wealthy and I have like, you know, a stronger source of connection. But that's wild. And like in Lagos, the lights will just go off, like, and then you'll just hear everyone's generator start powering up. And if you don't have a generator, you just don't have power. Like, that's crazy to me. That's like kind of what was going on in Houston not too long ago. They've sharing power and stuff, which is crazy because the politicians there are the wealthiest people there, when every other society is not like that, you know, because they're corrupt. Some of the roads that should be fixed, I'm sure that they're getting the money to do, they're not doing. Africa could be so like a utopia, I feel like, in a sense, because that's where all the natural resources are. I mean, the people who are there, they're ready to work, they're hustlers. They just don't have the resources for real. And I feel like once they do, man, it's gonna be over. And then once some of those evil people get out the way, you really need somebody who is gonna be for the people, you know, and for, you know, just Africa in a whole. But that's another story. That's, you know, that's for something else. But I just wanted to tell y'all about the time that I went to Nigeria. I had the time of my life. I can't wait to go back. If you're still watching, I appreciate you, you know, tuning in and chatting with your girl. I hope you appreciated this video. If you did, if you have some questions, go ahead and leave them down below in the comment box. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video.